You are listening to the hippest radio station in the Tri-City area, WAWL 103.5. This is Walk the Beat, the program dedicated to bringing you the latest in musical talent from our very own West Michigan area. We'd like to start off by thanking our new sponsor, City Farmer, located right next to us at 1437 Washington Avenue. I'm Dave Palmer, your host of Walk the Beat. Today we are at Third Coast Music Recording with Rachel B.
Good morning.
How
Thanks
you
for having
doing?
me. I'm so good. It's so good to be here.
I'm so excited to meet you. I've been so excited to be able to finally meet you.
Vice versa.
And you and your friend have showed up here, and we're getting all set up for a party that you're going to perform for us tonight.
Yeah.
So thanks.
Thank you. We're excited.
Oh, man. And we've been listening to your CD, and everybody is just so impressed that we love the way you've come across with all your words and your enthusiasm and your soulfulness.
That means a lot to me. You know, a lot goes into making an album, so thank you.
It does, doesn't it?
It sure does.
You know, and one of the things here at Walk the Beat is we're always trying to help inform other musicians that are trying to do something like this, and following the steps of somebody like you that have dedicated your life to spreading all this good music. You know, how hard it is.
For sure. But you know, something I've learned is at some point you just got to jump off the cliff and go for it. You know, if you're thinking about it and you want to make, you know, music your full time, you just got to go for it, or anything your full time.
Right.
And it's scary. It's very scary.
I bet. So when did you take this leap?
About 2 years ago.
On your own?
Billy and I actually, the producer of the album and the drummer in my group, we did it together. We both quit our jobs. We were living in Los Angeles, and around that time we wrote the song I'm the Boss together, which was about that notion of like quitting your job. And we said, we're going to be the boss of our own life. We're going to leave Los Angeles and do this independently on our own. And we ended up on tour in Pittsburgh and moved there shortly after, and that kind of marked the beginning of being our own boss, and then the album and everything.
I love it. I mean, my little catchphrase is shed the fear.
That's right.
So you can live large.
Absolutely.
And just what do you think so far?
It's been awesome. You know, I love being my own boss. I love not having to go in and report to someone, and it has its challenges, of course. You know, you have to keep yourself in line and all of that, but I love it. And I feel really lucky and grateful to like do what I love every day, even when it's difficult. It's so worth it and rewarding.
And I can start to relate finally. I mean, I've been doing my own jobs all this time, and finally I'm to the point where I can do what I really want to do. And you find out that if you really want to do something, it's never work. It is just life.
Absolutely.
How cool. I'm so glad that you're doing it. And you're very young, so you really took that step early, and I'm glad to see that.
Thank you.
So
I'm back at you.
Hey, thanks. Well, I'm starting to creak here and there. But I'm the boss.
Yeah.
I was watching your video. Isn't video like the way to... I just love putting video with music. How about you?
Absolutely. It was a blast to make. It was so much fun. Our friend let us use that space, so we took over this office space in Monroeville, Pennsylvania. I think it was 11 a.m. on a Saturday. Someone brought whiskey, and it got a little bit crazy. And we all just declared, you know, that we were quitting our jobs. It was a bunch of friends, and that we were the boss. And it was so much fun.
I love the first guy, like you're going, your boss is going. Folks, you know, check out her music video on her website, which is
RachelBmusic.com.
Rachel B, and you'll see the I'm the Boss video, and it's exactly what we all want to do. And I just loved it. I'm going, wow, she's in an actual office, and the first guy that's your boss is a gas.
And you know what? He's a visual artist. He's his own boss. And so everyone in that video is like a boss, you know, so we could all relate, and it was really fun to make.
Excellent. Should we get right into a first song?
Heck yeah.
Okay, the first song is Shame on Me.
Yeah.
Correct? And this is off of your new album, I'm the Boss.
Yep.
And that just came out
early March.
Just now.
Yeah.
So, man, folks, you are all on top of this new music.
That's right.
And I tell you, I'm not trying to patronize you. Everybody here loves this music. So,
thank you.
Blue, let's listen to Rachel B. and Shame on Me.
as you kiss me, it feels like you're lying. You're lying. Are you lying? Are you lying? Shame on you for playing me like a fool. A fool. Shame on me for letting you. Oh baby, shame on me. You walk in like a criminal, head hung low. It ain't right. It ain't right. No, it ain't right. No, it ain't right. Shame on you. I smell perfume all up on you, and it ain't mine. It ain't mine. No, it ain't mine. No, it ain't mine. Shame on you for playing me like a fool. A fool. Shame on me for letting you. Oh baby, shame on me. Did you think that you'd never pay for your sins? I'm coming for you to get my sweet revenge. Don't think that you can ever do this again. I'm coming, yes, I'm coming for you for playing me like a fool. A fool. Shame on me for letting you. Shame on you for playing me like a fool. A fool. Shame on me for letting you. Oh baby, shame on me.
You are listening to WAWL 103.5. This is Walk the Beat. And that was Rachel B. and Shame on Me. So glad you're here. I'm so
Oh.
glad you're here and sharing your music with us.
Thank you. It's good to be in my home state, you know?
Yeah. That's something I was going to ask you. Now, you started off in Traverse City.
I did. Born and raised in Traverse City.
All right.
And I went off to Boston to Berklee College of Music.
Nice.
Where I met Billy, the producer, and ended up in Los Angeles for a couple of years, and then made my way to Pittsburgh, which has been an awesome transition and up and coming scene, and lots of cool stuff happening there.
Right. I just love it that you've started right here in Michigan. And that's one of the reasons I really wanted to get you on here, because that's West Michigan roots. And so when you were up there, did you ever go mushroom hunting?
Oh yeah.
All right.
My last name, Borovic, which now you know why I go by Rachel B, is actually an expensive and rare Russian mushroom. So
Really?
the Borovic family, we love our mushrooms. Yes.
Nice.
not like psychedelic mushrooms, but
Yeah,
the edible.
yeah.
The
I mean, that's why you have to have the little manual, so you know
exactly.
what to eat.
Yes, they're
But,
tasty.
That is one of my favorite memories of a childhood, is up there in Upper Michigan.
Northern Michigan is an amazing place to grow up. There is so much beauty there, and I love coming back to Michigan.
I'm
It's-
so glad you took some time to see us.
oh yeah.
Hey, but in the middle of all that, you have a song on TV.
Yeah, you know, when I was living in Los Angeles, I got to write a couple of songs for a couple of television shows and independent films. One that you might know is the oldest running soap opera, General Hospital.
I love General
Yeah.
Hospital. Yeah, we were talking a little bit earlier. I said I used to work third shift, and you watch soap operas.
Yeah,
General
they're-
Hospital. No, that was with Luke, wasn't it? Was it Luke and
Yeah.
what was his girlfriend's name?
You know, I
I
didn't.
can't remember. You're not old enough to remember them.
But you know, it's really a cool experience to to write specifically for scenes.
Oh, yeah.
and to see.
Oh, they didn't just pick a song of yours. They actually asked you to write a song for them?
Yeah,
Wow.
they kind of gave us a scene and a storyline of what they wanted, and we got to
Yeah,
write
yeah.
the song for that. So that was a really fun project to not just go by your own personal experience in that moment, but to write
Sure.
specifically for a scene.
Exactly. And I have had to do that before.
Yeah.
I write like wedding songs and things.
Absolutely.
So, I try to find out a little bit about what's going on. Do you remember what the scene was about?
It was a dramatic scene, you know.
Okay. All right.
It was in So there was actually two that were placed, and one was a fiery love scene, and then one was like a dramatic conversation over coffee. They were fighting about something. The problems on soap operas generally kind of all blur together. They seem fairly similar, but yeah, it was cool.
Absolutely wonderful. That has to be a wonderful experience.
Yeah,
I'm just so glad that we're finding work like that.
Absolutely.
And that is some of the things that musicians don't understand. It's not just performing. There's all kinds of things to write music for. Commercials. I've actually been in some trailers for books.
Absolutely.
You name it.
I think as we were talking about in that break, CDs are kind of on the decline, and it's our job as musicians and creators to be creative with the business side of it too, and to figure out ways to have our music be heard, because we all want it to be heard, right?
Right, you bet. And speaking of that, how do we find out about you, and where do we go to find you on the internet?
Yes, you can find me at rachelbmusic.com, and that'll link you to all my social media. My social media is kind of split between This Is Rachel B and then Rachel B Music. So the website will link you there and show you where we're playing. And
all right. Oh yeah, and you are playing everywhere.
Yeah.
I mean, you are in. I've seen it. Like, of course, Pittsburgh or
throughout
Pennsylvania,
throughout Michigan,
Virginia, West Virginia.
Yeah.
I mean, you are everywhere.
We love to play music. It makes us happy.
Yeah.
So we.
And who does Billy, your partner here, line it all up, or you take it on together, or?
Billy doesn't like to. He's more of the tech kind of thing. He doesn't like to do much talking, which is why he's not joining me here.
Yeah.
So he tries to avoid that. I do a lot of the booking, and a lot of the management type stuff.
Mm-hmm.
As I said, we're independent, so between the two of us, we handle everything ourselves, and then we outsource a few jobs, things that we don't have time to do, and we want to connect with other people that.
Do you actually have a booking agent anywhere?
No, not yet.
Yeah,
but if anyone's listening and likes the music, we are looking.
Well, what I'm trying to do is get the information to these other people that are also trying to find places to play.
Yeah.
I mean, are you just looking on the internet and going, we want to go to this town, let's see where we might be able to play?
There are
and then
two
you start
things.
writing?
Two things that I think are important. One, I spend a lot of time researching, and venues are great, but for people that are just getting started, I think it's really great to look at city events, and things like Walk the Beat, where there's a built-in audience and other supportive people in the music community, because that's how you get started. You want to spread the word about you so that people come to the venue and you can play to an audience and then hopefully go home with some money too.
So it actually is pretty beneficial to play in something like Walk the Beat, where it's not a full paying gig. There's no doubt about it, because most of these public things can't immediately pay out a full gig. But as long as people are there and you can get something out of it, that if you're going to do it this way, push your merchandise, push who you are, get it in their hands so that they will find you and say, I need them to come back and play a real gig.
Absolutely. And I think it's important to do your job as an artist, to research where you're playing and make sure that it's a place like Walk the Beat where it's people that actually care. They're not just trying to get musicians to play for free. I
exactly
recommend people avoid that kind of situation. And pay to play things are disgraceful. But when it's people that care about music and are trying to bring together a community and promote art and a greater goal, I say awesome.
I have my own personal rule is, if it's for a nonprofit, I will play for free to help out. If you're a business, I need to be paid just like you're paid. They're not coming to cook for me for free. They're not doing anything for me for free. If there's a business involved, I think we should all be paid.
Absolutely. And the most annoying thing is when you hear that exposure. We can't pay you, but we have exposure. I mean, do you hire a plumber and say, we're going to give you exposure to do your job? No.
Especially since they're probably going to give you a little of exposure. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Hey, with that, let's get on to this next song, all right?
It's a nice segue.
Hey, Blue, can we listen to Rachel B. and her song on her newest album, I'm the Boss, My Tomorrows?
first I waited for you to come back. I didn't want to accept the facts. I forgot all the things that I hated. I fell in love with what I created. And now I'm swimming in a pool of sorrow, searching for you in my tomorrow. You don't belong in my tomorrows. My heart was only yours to borrow. No, you don't belong in my tomorrows. So goodbye to you. Then I waited for you to explain. I wanted to understand the game. And although I can't see where we went wrong, it's not always as clear as a love song. And now I'm swimming in a pool of sorrows, searching for you in our tomorrows. But you don't belong in my tomorrows. My heart was only yours to borrow. No, you don't belong in my tomorrows. So goodbye to you. Sometimes the answer is that there's no answer. Sometimes the answer is that there's no answer. You kinda liked it when you made me mad, that you said. Watch me cry till we lost everything we had. You can try and try with all your lies, but I'm never gonna take you back. 'Cause you don't belong in my tomorrows. My heart was only yours to borrow. No, you don't belong in my tomorrows. So goodbye to you. Goodbye to you.
You are tuned in to WAWL 103.5. This is Walk the Beat. For those of you just joining us, we are in the studio with Rachel B. That last song was My Tomorrows.
Yeah.
Man, you got something you want? Can you tell us a little background on that song?
Yeah, for sure. There's a lot of background, but I'll summarize.
Okay.
I wrote that song about 3 or 4 years ago, actually, and it's resurfaced. But it was after my first like real heartbreak, and I was pretty devastated, and just trying to figure out like why this person didn't belong in my life and come to terms with that. But I still wanted them there, and so the song kind of emerged and really healed me from the experience of just accepting, like, sometimes the answer is that there's no answer and this person just doesn't belong in my life.
Well, that's a big loss for whoever that was.
Yeah,
I
I
tell
like
you,
to
you're a
think so.
beautiful person. You're a
Thank you.
beautiful person. And I'm glad to see you're hanging out with Billy. I don't know how that goes, but I know he's a drummer and you sing, and that's good enough for me. Hey, also, you're going to be performing for us
Yes.
August 2nd at Sounds of Summer.
We are so excited to be a part of it.
I tell you, it's a great series. You will have fun. It's more community, and it's
Love
more
it.
just bringing music to our community.
That's
So
what
thanks
we're
for
all
being
about.
out.
Thank
I'm so
you.
glad we could get in that rotation. We're going to miss you on August 20th.
I know, we're bummed about
hey,
that,
you
too.
got to be places. You got things to do, and I love it. Hey, you also have some music in a movie.
Yes, we had a couple songs placed in like independent films.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, when we were, or I guess I had a couple songs placed in independent films when I was living in Los Angeles.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
That still must have been a very good experience to be able to put them in these independent movies. And at least it tells you I'm on the right track. People want to listen to what I've got to say.
Yeah, it's really cool as we've been talking about collaboration a lot here.
Right.
So it's really an awesome thing to collaborate with other artists and to find different ways to share music. That's one of the beautiful things about art. We're all supporting each other and then it gives it kind of the song new life to put it to someone else's visualization.
Right. And get them to
very cool.
mash together. I always tell people, I go, if you don't think music's important, turn down the music in the background of any
It's
movie.
so true.
And tell me how bored you get and how quick, because there is nothing to it without the emotions that are coming out of this music.
Absolutely. And
So-
I was living in Los Angeles and I was working for a music supervisor, and their job is to select songs for film and television. And so one of my jobs was to watch scenes without music and fit different songs to them.
Wow.
And it was so much fun to put like completely different styles to a scene, and it changes the scene.
Oh, exactly.
It's a different movie.
Exactly.
You know?
I know it is that powerful. We always say music puts the soul in words and video.
Yes.
It is so powerful. So I'm so glad that you're working on that.
Yeah,
It's-
thank you.
How exciting. And now, how do we get a hold of your music again?
People can find me at rachelbmusic.com, and that'll connect them to all my social media, and they can check out the album on iTunes, or they can come to a show and grab a CD.
Exactly. And it's always nice when people are buying your merchandise and stuff, isn't it?
Yeah, it's fun. I love people send me pictures of them doing different things in our t-shirts, and that really makes me happy. Like this guy sent me a picture of him with his dog, which I love, in this I'm the Boss shirt. Someone sent me a picture of them hiking in their I'm the Boss shirt. So it's fun to see.
Excellent. I'm going to have to get me an I'm the Boss
Yeah.
shirt
Oh yeah,
before you
you're
get out of
definitely
here.
a boss.
I appreciate it. In fact, hey, this is going to work out great because the next song is I'm the Boss.
Yes.
And as you had explained before, it's about when you really released your chains and let you fly.
Yeah, it's kind of this movement of, which I feel like is really going on right now in the world, of people like leaving their corporate jobs or leaving whatever that they're not really satisfied doing and saying, you know what, I need to do something that fulfills me. I'm going to take this into my own hands and be the boss.
Wow, I love it. I love your attitude and the whole package. You got it going on.
Thank you.
Blue, let's listen to I Am the Boss by Rachel B.
Don't be fooled by my attitude, it comes off. As long as everybody knows I'm the boss. Thought you had me at hello, well ain't that sweet and low. I'll let you think you're in control, but it's my show. Oh, I'm the boss, I'm the boss, I'm the boss. Don't you forget it, I'm the boss, I'm the boss, I'm the boss. That's right, I said it, I'm the boss. Whoa. Don't be scared to make a move, I won't bite. Call my bluff, but I won't fold. My ace is high. I say it now, you're turning shy. That's what I like. I've been told that I'm too bold. Sounds about right. I'm the boss. I'm the boss. Yeah, I'm the boss. Don't you forget it. I'm the boss. I'm the boss. I'm the boss. That's right, I said it. I'm the boss. Oh. Listen, I'm the hand on your leash, I'm the apple out of reach. I got moves they don't teach, so you better behave. I'm the sugar to your fix, I'm the stain on your lips. Go on, take another sip, don't you wanna play? I'm the rules to your game, I'm the one you can't tame. I'm the rain to I'm the boss, I'm the boss, I'm the boss. Boy, don't you get it? I'm the boss, I'm the boss, I'm the boss. That's right, I said it. I'm the boss, I'm the boss, I'm the boss. Boy, don't you get it? I'm the boss, I'm the boss, I'm the boss, I'm the boss. I'm the boss.
You are listening to WAWL 103.5. This is Walk the Beat. We are at Third Coast Recording Company with Rachel B. And that was I'm the Boss.
Yeah.
And you are the boss.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Hey, you are, and I love the video and everything. You can see that at her website anytime you get in front of your PC. Hey, Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what's going on over there? What's the main gig?
You know, I think there's something interesting going on right now in the music scene and really just all over, that there's kind of this, it used to be where you needed to be in New York, LA, or Nashville to
Right,
make it as a musician. And now with the power of the internet and so many other factors, I don't know if you necessarily have to be there depending on what you want to do. And Billy, my production partner and drummer, and I, we realized while living in Los Angeles that we wanted to take things into our own hands. You know, we didn't want to be a slave to a label. We wanted to have creative control, and that we were going to do this independently. And so randomly we ended up in Pittsburgh. Neither of us had been there, and we felt something really special there happening. A really supportive community like here in Michigan. And really affordable. It's very inexpensive to live there, and centrally located for touring. So we moved there shortly after, and I was making my living as a musician the first week I moved to Pittsburgh.
Wow.
Yeah.
Good for you. Good
Thank
for
you.
you. You know, we had another couple on here, Channing and Quinn, and
Yeah.
they moved from Nashville and
Yeah.
said, hey, it's tough there.
Yeah, there's so, it's saturated. So it's
Correct.
difficult. It's all pay to play unless you're signed to a label. And even the people signed to a label, that doesn't mean they're doing well. You know,
Right,
I had a lot of
right.
friends signed to management and things, and they weren't even performing or doing, the things that we all need to do as artists.
It's almost like they lock you up so you're not in the way.
There is a decent amount of that.
You know what I'm saying, don't you?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I do. And not to say that it's all evil,
Correct,
because
correct.
there's a lot of great there's a lot of great labels out there and great artists signed to labels.
And they're
but
all trying to make money too. They
Everybody
have
is.
to make money.
Yeah.
So, I mean, everybody's in a tough spot when it comes to music.
It is. It's a tough time for everyone, really. It's tough to make money out
Right.
there.
But as you can see, if you think outside of the box like you do and way progressively and ahead of the game, you can do it.
Well, that's a nice way of putting it. I'm also just really stubborn and love
love it.
music, and it's just I can't do anything else. But thank you. I prefer your description.
Are you a Taurus by chance?
Aries?
Aries, okay.
Fiery,
I'm
yeah.
Taurus. Yeah, I know the stubborn
We're
part.
a real
believe
pain.
me. Well, Rachel, I want to thank you so much for coming in, and thanks for performing for us tonight.
It's our pleasure.
And August 2nd, we'll be seeing you at the
Yes.
Sounds of Summer. How cool for us.
Thank you for having
Cool for
us and
us.
for everybody here that's involved in supporting the music community. It's our pleasure.
Well, thank you. And I would like to thank our newest sponsor, City Farmer, located at 1437 Washington, right next to the Third Coast Recording Company. And remember to go there for all your lawn and gardening supplies. I'd really like to thank Kevin Took and everyone else on his professional lawn care team for joining us and helping us spread the good word. Hey, and I want to thank to Bill Kreiser for letting us use the studio, Dave Darling from D Squared for his video, Blue Van Dyke, our sound engineer. Let's not forget Jack Clark for lining us up with all these good guests. And of course, Elijah, our producer, Elijah Russ. He's been a great benefit to everybody here. And remember, everybody, listen local.
The Walk the Beat radio show is recorded in Grand Haven, Michigan. Production and engineering provided by Blue Van Dyke. Featuring your host, Dave Palmer.